I think you've seen some reports on Datadog and Snowflake on the consumption side, as well as MongoDB, that have actually blown out numbers. And
Right.
I think we're now starting to see, instead of agentic software being in a test phase, it's actually being deployed.
Bill Ackman bought Microsoft and made a splash, as Mr. Ackman is wont to do. Did he jumpstart this?
No, I think Jensen from NVIDIA jump-started. At Computex, he basically
Maybe
said...
Bill Ackman ought to wear a leather coat.
Yeah, maybe you should, but both did. Software is a free cash flow machine, and in this cycle, infrastructure leads the AI build. Software is going to go along for the ride, but the new software is going to go along for the ride. So a lot of free cash flow coming to these names.
Ted, what do you make of our good friends at Alphabet coming to the market for really the first time, I would say, since the IPO, with $80 billion of straight equity, converts, the whole 9 yards, a private investment from Berkshire? What does that tell you?
It's a big deal.
Yep.
And the reason why it's a big deal is this is going to extend the cycle. And if Google's doing it, I guarantee you all the other cloud
The lemons
titans.
off the cliff.
Yes, that's right.
The meetings.
The cows off the
Good morning
cliff.
to all of you that are listening in your cars on your way to your What in God's Sake did Google do meeting.
That's right. So what this will do is it'll extend the CapEx cycle, infrastructure first, into 27. This is a race to AGI, or what we call human intelligence. And this is a cycle like no other. It's real. It's not 2000.
Got the Philadelphia Stock Exchange Semiconductor Index up 80%.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about? I mean, we're talking semis here.
Well, we're now, I'm old, so I've lived through pretty much every single cycle, and you have to understand that we're now in animal spirits land.
Okay.
And animal spirits, then 2000, this can go on for a long time.
Okay.
And valuation doesn't matter. And if you look at the HP print last night,
Yep.
You're
Right.
in a different hemisphere on where these models are coming out post earnings. So
The Google deal was very interesting in that it was very conventional, like a 6% haircut on one tranche to Berkshire,
Right.
and almost 8% haircut on another tranche to Berkshire, et cetera, et cetera. And then there's this newfangled thing where they're going to pay the tax obligations to the employees by an on-the-run offering, which I think Zero Hedge is right on this, that retail shareholders are going to pay the taxes due at Google. How did this happen? Where did this come from?
I think this is a war for talent. And if you really look at all these companies, it's all about engineers. I mean, at the end of the day, it's product innovation through brilliant engineers. And I think they're just stopgapping, with the intensity of free cash flow on the CapEx builds, they're just finding another avenue to lock up employees.
Are we re-rating the valuation for global tech here these days? Again, you mentioned we're in the world of animal spirits. Are we re-rating the valuation of technology?
Absolutely. Wow. So if you look at memory, and that's, SK Hynix, Samsung, and Micron. Take Micron, for example. Traditionally, it's been trading on book value, a multiple of book value. Now it's trading on a PE. And if you look at Micron, for example, I've never seen Micron or memory have 81% gross margin guides. So we're in a different world. And that's due to inference. Inference drives a tremendous amount of memory consumption. So yes, we're re-rating. And I think you have to put the AI cycle in perspective. This is US and China right now. If we didn't have the Iranian war, you would see the Middle East go basically straight up on AI, and they will go up on AI. Europe has to go along for the ride, and unfortunately, the EU is very bureaucratic, and I think they'd rather fine U.S. companies versus innovate.
Yep.
And they really risk not getting on this AI cycle, economically and defense related.
I adore William Power. You have William Power, but can we make some news this morning that
Sure.
he's lifting his target on Microsoft? Would you like to make an announcement for us, Mr. Mortonson?
No, I think Will is a fantastic analyst, and I think when you see the leverage of their free cash flow and how they're re-architecting the company real time, it's a real-time architecture. This is a company that dominates enterprise, just dominates enterprise. They're a line item on budgets.
That's a good point. That's a good way to phrase it.
And they are a line item. I think what they have to do to the enterprise is innovate where they're actually benefiting enterprise productivity going forward, and they have that opportunity. The whole management team is A-rated, so they'll get there.
Ted, you're not a hype kind of guy. You've been around a long time. You're a Navy guy. I mean, but what's going on out there? How do you think about AI? Because it's burst onto our lives in the last 3 years like nothing else.
I think the infrastructure build is historic. Okay, so for my clients, they have to make money.
Yep.
And right now, they're, as you indicated, the semiconductor index is up 80%, 60% in the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a good decade return, right?
Yep.
So I think from that standpoint, it is the most powerful cycle I've seen in my career. Now, with that said, there's a lot of existential risk that is not factored into this market. Whether it be geopolitical, whether it be U.S. political, whether it be inflation. There's a tremendous amount of inflation going on in the tech market.